Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tackling something that, let's be honest, almost all of us are going to deal with at some point: lower back pain. We're building a complete playbook for you, going from immediate right-now relief all the way to permanent prevention. First up, we're going to explore a brilliant 90-second rescue technique to pull you out of acute pain. Then, we'll look at the actual biomechanical cure to keep that pain away for good. Let's get started.
Now, to truly grasp the scale of this issue, we've got to shatter a pretty common myth right out of the gate. You might get a twinge in your back and think, well, I guess that's just part of getting older, right? But get this. According to hospital data, a staggering 50% of all teenagers experience back pain at some point. Half. If half of all teenagers are already feeling the ache, it means back pain absolutely isn't just an aging problem. It's a mechanical one. And it means we need to fix how we move, like, right now.
So what do you do when that pain suddenly strikes out of nowhere? Well, when the pain hits hard, your immediate rescue is a highly legitimate, almost magic-seeming technique called strain-counterstrain. It was actually developed way back in the 1950s by the Jones Institute. Also known as positional release, the whole premise here is beautifully simple. Instead of trying to forcefully stretch or, aggressively massage a painful, spasming muscle, which usually just makes it mad, you put it into a position of absolute maximum comfort. That way, it naturally releases its own tension. It works brilliantly, but you absolutely must follow the sequence exactly.
Let's break down exactly how you execute this. Step 1. You're going to get down slowly onto a firm surface. Think a carpeted floor or a really firm bed, and just lie flat on your stomach. Step 2. Monitor your pain. If lying flat hurts too much, just slide a pillow under your hips or abdomen to prop up your midsection a bit. Just wait there for about 30 seconds to let things calm down. Once you're stabilized, we move to Step 3, which is putting the back muscles on slack. And finally, Step 4, the hold.
Let's zoom in on Step 3 for a second, getting those muscles on slack. Basically, you're putting them into extension to relieve the tension by finding your own unique position of maximum comfort. A really great way to do this is what's playfully called the roadkill position. Let's say your pain is on the left side. You might grab a pillow and hug it, maybe shift your hips a bit to the right, or bring your left leg up and forward alongside you. You just adjust, shift around, and modify your posture until that pain drops all the way down to an absolute zero. So, the crucial point is this. Once you find that sweet spot of maximum comfort and the pain literally hits zero, stop moving. Seriously, no need to keep shifting around. You must hold this exact position for at least 90 seconds. Literally, set a timer. You can go up to 120 seconds if you want, but whatever you do, do not cut it short. It takes exactly that long for your nervous system to finally signal that spasming muscle to let go and fully relax.
Okay, once your 90 to 120 seconds are up, the aftercare is just as important as the stretch itself. Your primary goal right now is to get up off the floor very, very slowly. Try to keep your back relaxed and straight in a totally neutral position. And here is the golden rule. Even though you're going to feel so much better, you cannot immediately jump back into your daily activities. No going for a jog, absolutely no heading out to do the gardening. You need to just relax for the next couple of hours. Eat some supper, take it easy. Then, repeat this exact process 2 to 3 times a day until the pain is entirely gone.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the reality check it gives us. The 90-second strain-counterstrain is a phenomenal band-aid for acute pain. I mean, it gets you out of a crisis quickly. But, as the data from the Children's Hospital shows us, there is simply no quick fix for permanent pain. It doesn't exist. To actually cure the underlying issue and stop that pain from coming back over and over again, we have to look deeper at your body's mechanics.
You see, the root of the problem is a kind of biomechanical domino effect. Muscles don't just work all by themselves, they work together in these big interconnected groups. So when one group gets too tight, it literally throws everything else out of whack. Take your hamstrings, for example, those muscles at the back of your thighs. If they're too tight, they act like a villain, pulling entirely too hard on your pelvis. And then that pulled pelvis, in turn, puts a massive strain on your lower back. It's a total chain reaction.
To stop this domino effect in its tracks, we've got to strengthen the entire structure. Think of your spine and your pelvis as the actual structural foundation of your whole body. And your core? Well, it is so much more than just a six-pack. We're talking about a complex, interconnected web here. The paraspinals running up your back, the obliques on your sides, the rectus and transverse abdominis in the front. And equally importantly, it includes the quadriceps, the glutes, and those hamstrings we just talked about. If this foundational web is weak or imbalanced,
Your lower back is the thing that pays the ultimate price.
So how do we actually build that permanent relief? Well, it requires time and consistency. On day 1, you commit to just 10 to 15 minutes of core exercises, at least 5 days a week, and these need to be tailored to stretch your tight muscles and strengthen the weak ones. Now, it is absolutely crucial that you don't get discouraged early on. Honestly, it takes about 4 weeks before those core muscles truly begin to strengthen and stabilize. And you're looking at about 2 to 3 months of this consistent daily 15-minute effort before you're going to see a significant permanent reduction in your back pain.
Now, alongside those targeted core exercises, keeping the pain away for good requires building what we can call a long-term shield. First off, you need to be generally active for at least 30 minutes every single day just to keep the body fluid and moving. But it's also about your mental and physiological state too. Maintaining a positive attitude, actively reducing your daily stress, and getting a full, proper night's sleep, that is your long-term shield. Your body literally only heals, repairs, and resets when you prioritize rest and manage that stress.
Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway from today's explainer. We've seen exactly how to use positional release to rescue your lower back in just a minute and a half. But we've also looked at the undeniable biomechanical evidence showing us that true lasting relief requires a daily commitment to your core and to your overall lifestyle. So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. You now have the exact knowledge to spend 90 seconds easing your pain today, but will you commit to taking just 15 minutes a day to stop it from ever coming back tomorrow? The playbook is right in front of you. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, here's to a pain-free, active life.